everybody, and welcome on back to my channel. So, as you can see, today is yet more Minecraft. Um, and I think that what we will be doing is just doing some more uh like work on our little fishing hut and then actually be using the dock. Maybe taking it for a little fishing spin. Um it's okay. I think I was just at a weird angle there. I've been doing a fair amount of fishing on a different server. I say a different server as if this is a server on on a server that I have with friends, and I've been thinking about the things that would be like handy dandy to have in our little hut. One of those being some of the empty bookshelves. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I, for the most part, sorted everything like back upstairs. Um, So we'll need to go grab that. But those like empty bookshelves, we can put the like any, books that we fish up that we haven't been using. I think also a grindstone and maybe a, oh goodness me, anvil. Which I'm like, should we use the iron? But I think it'll be worth it. Um, yeah. And I do still like the idea of having some kind of like little fishy tank type thing going on up there, but we'll need to think about that. Is that okay? That's a squid. That is a squid. But yeah, so I'm excited to be getting back into Minecraft. I did consider, I was like, well, would it be kind of boring if I was just kind of doing an episode of mostly fishing? But I think it'd be fun. We're just gonna talk and chill. And if that's not your cup of tea, then I hope to see you in the next one. Alrighty, so we do need to do some like adventuring soon. Sir Hans needs to stretch his legs. At least I think he does. Alrighty, so how are we doing? Yeah, I think we'll be okay to make an anvil to go downstairs. I also don't remember grindstone. Goodness me. What's it called? I feel like I did this last time too, and I just completely forgot what it was called. Is it not a grindstone? What are you? Ooh, calibrated skulk sensor. I have never made one of those. I have never seen one of those in game. Where is she? Wherefore art thou, grindstone? That is apparently not called a grindstone. Is it not in there? We're gonna Google this. Okay, no, it is. It is a grindstone. Oh. I bet it's because I took that grindstone from the village. And I just haven't made like stone slabs or anything. That would make sense. Okay. I think no, I need 3 blocks of iron. Ugh. The anvil takes so much iron. Okay. So do one of those, do one of those. Stone. We have a little bit of stone. And we'll need... I will want those for downstairs. Do I have... Okay. Grab that, and then I need some sticks. Stone slabs. Okay. Yep, there we go. So I've just never made stone slabs before. I was like, I swear it's called a grindstone. And I was correct. Okie dokie. So pop that in there. And then I guess might as well just use some of the cherry. I think, how do we, okay. Chiseled bookshelf. Cool. I might just bring all of this down because I'm not sure exactly how many I want. I also don't know how well the like color and everything is going to blend in, but we're gonna see. We are going to see. Ooh, I should also kind of extend this path so that it comes along this way. Just so it all nicely blends in. Probably figure out a way to kind of blend the cherry. Maybe with some of the petals. I don't know. Oop. That is not part of the stairs. Okay. So, let's see. First thing I wanted to do is swap this out. And maybe I tried this before and hated it, but yeah, no, I like that better. Okay. Okay. And then that's kind of storage. In terms of a bookshelf, that could go up as part of that, but it could also be kind of a little doohickey here. I don't want to necessarily block that off. Or I guess we could bring this out. We'll probably want at least 2 more bookshelves. I don't know, just how many books we're gonna end up getting, but maybe we do something like that. And then anvil there. Put the grindstone there, but I feel like that doesn't quite make sense. I guess that could stay there. But, oh. That would make sense. Considering how bookshelves usually go. Okay, chiseled bookshelf. Is it? It's getting dark. We can sleep. All right. Experimentation. We're making it work. Okay. So we could also see, maybe put the grindstone there actually. Boop. And then do one of those. Because that way we can like disenchant any like bows, fishing rods, whatever that we get. Get some extra levels. And then that there. This, I feel like this color is a little funky. I also feel like it might be better to do kind of like almost a built-in, but I don't know how that would work in terms of like replacing the warped. Can I? Ah. Okay. Yet another waste of wood, but it is what it is. Okay. Two of those. Because I feel like just kind of having a little bit of a built-in. Ooh, wait. If we put that there, like one there and one there, then it's like a understair kind of bookshelf thing. I like the idea of that. So, all these, 2 more of these, and boop, and boop. Okay. And then that, like, wood blends in a little bit more. Okay. I like that. I like that. This, I almost feel like we should move this over here. Oops, not what I meant to do. I want the bed. That's not gonna... Maybe not. Because then that does block things. So maybe... I feel like having that directly underneath that doesn't make sense. Maybe we have kind of a little break in that. Like that's, you know, in between the lights. And then where to put the anvil? It could just be kind of like a... Here, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2. You right there? No. Let me try swapping the anvil and the grindstone. Because we pop that up there. We don't need to worry about collecting experience from there. And then that's the little, like, grindstone area. That's a little bit better. Can I? That's just kind of a floating sign that looks weird. So, maybe not on that one. Front end. Ooh. Okay, yeah, still just like floaty floaty. Not the best. Feels like if we had some kind of like table almost, that could be nice, but there's not quite enough room there. We could just bop it there, but I guess we could pretend it's kind of like a nightstand. Like, although that lines up so much with that one, I don't think that really makes sense. I think if we put it here, that's a little... What do we think? It's not... I don't love it. It's not terrible. But... I don't know. Because I could also, like, put it up in one of those, but I feel like that doesn't quite make sense. Oh, wait! Wait. What if... Maybe not there, because that's just kind of in the way. But it could be a nice little shelf. See, even that doesn't feel like quite the right area for it. And I feel like putting it above the bed would be a bad idea. And like right there will block things off. So I don't know that I want to do that. Try doing these. You know, like a little table. Maybe. That's kind of neat. I don't know. Wait, take the signs off. I don't know that we quite need those, but I do like the idea of it just kind of being like a little table. Oh, yeah. And that does... You can have it come directly off the wall, but I feel like if I'm going to have it on the table, then I want it to be on the table. That's good for now. It's good for now. Okie dokie. So that... Yeah. I think that put everything out that we wanted. And then, for the heck of it, I'll plant that right there. We'll see how that grows up. And then let us see about making a fishing rod. And maybe see about an enchant. Hopefully as we fish we'll be able to get like a better rod, better bow, all of that fun stuff. But we need to start somewhere. Let's grab some sugarcane. I don't know what it is. The sugarcane breaking noise is just always so much louder than I expect it to be. Okay, so cherry. And then let's put that up with the nether. So I think it's either, I think it's 3 string, but it might be 2 string. I can't remember. But that can go away. That can go away. And then these can as well. Yeah, we've got cod, some bread going. We're okay there. And flower pot. That'll probably get moved at some point, but okay, so okay, nope, 2 string. Alrighty. Then that away. Nope, this here. Beautiful. Okay. So if we grab some of that, actually, with that in mind, we can put that down in our little bookshelves as a little start. Oh, see, like the C3. But I don't have the levels for that. And I don't know if we should risk it on the unbreaking. Okay, it's just unbreaking 1. Well, it at least means that it'll last us a little bit longer. Not ideal, but it was only 1 level, so that's okay. A-okay. And we should get plenty of food, which it's not like we don't have plenty of food otherwise, but even more food. And hopefully, knock on wood, my mouse doesn't do some of its weirdness that it's been doing. It's I think I probably need to get a new mouse pretty darn soon, because it keeps, like, I guess it's like the little laser thing on the bottom keeps like stopping working, because it'll respond to like mouse clicks, right? But won't move at all. And it either I have to like take the battery out, put it back in, or I just have to wait a little bit, and it kind of resets itself. I didn't really realize that that's what was happening. I thought that my mouse just kind of was stopping working, until I was doing a bunch of fishing and I was like, wait, like I can't, you know, move back and forth at all. But it's letting me, like still reel in my catches and everything. So, Minecraft fishing, good for that at least. Tea of the day is an English breakfast. The same one as per usual, Yorkshire Gold. In addition to the tea of the day, I also have some iced coffee. Why I have both? I wanted it. That's why. It's like a berries and cream iced coffee thing. I don't know. It's not bad. I'm not usually a big coffee drinker, but I was intrigued. I also really gotta say, like, going from fishing with Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3, mending and all that, just to regular old fishing rod, you really notice just how much longer it takes to get a bite. But if we get some good levels up um, before we fish up any kind of enchanted rods, then we can try again on the old enchanting table. I did consider trying to see if I could get some like shaders going. Because I figured like, okay, what did we get? Just a fish? Okay. Oh, cod. Um, like, um, if we're just gonna be fishing, I could turn down the render distance really low and then hopefully have it taxing a little bit less. But I didn't want to just kind of have a random episode with shaders on. Plus, I would need to need to go in and like get shaders for this version of Minecraft and all that fun stuff. Maybe one day I will have a really nice, powerful computer, and then everything can have pretty shaders. But I'm also like, okay, I like the look of water with shaders, but it also it makes it so hard to see the water. um, and I know that it depends on particular shader packs. The two that I've used personally are complementary and BSL shaders. Um, and I know that one of them, and I can't remember which one, kind of defaults to like a more of like a warm, kind of hazy look. Um, whereas the other one is more of like a kind of sharp, clear look, and they're both pretty. Um, but definitely taxing. Um, but yeah, both of them have this like really lovely, like crystal clear water. And it's really pretty and it's very aesthetic, but it also makes it so hard to see the water, which doesn't necessarily matter if you're like fishing. Um, but just, I don't know, when I'm swimming about in the water level, I'm like, "Ugh." I get lost. If anything, we are getting some levels. The salmon are splashing. I do like our little dock. Um, I should probably set up some like at least one boat down here. I don't know that we've really gone kind of boating down this river. That would be something neat to do. Do a little bit of kind of exploration. Um, and especially if it's more or less just kind of in the river, it should be at least slightly harder for me to get lost. We would hope so, at least. I also might have gone boating and I've just entirely forgotten. Oh, the rain! The rain makes fishing slightly harder visually, but it's so nice. It's so lovely. Very soothing. But no, I might see about doing some smaller one-offs with shaders, like see what my my computer can handle, but I don't know. The biggest thing is that I have my like OBS encoding yay set to do like GPU encoding, mainly for when I'm playing Minecraft, because vanilla Minecraft is very CPU intensive. So I tell it like, okay, do our visual encoding on the GPU. But shaders very heavily use the GPU. So that might cause some issues. the other thing is like, even if my computer can handle it, and I know I've talked about this before, I have a gaming laptop and it gets really hot. And it's like, if I'm going to play with shaders, I have to be using my cooling mat at the same time. Otherwise, I'll just be cooking my laptop's innards and it's a bad time. So trying to do all of that at once is maybe not my smartest idea. We might should avoid that, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I might look into what are some kind of less taxing shaders. But I don't know, because I do really like the look of vanilla Minecraft and I really enjoy it. I've really just said the same things twice in a row, but yeah. But sometimes having the just oh. Okay. So Luck of the Sea 2 would be nice for our fishing rod, but I feel like the feather falling, we might want to save that. And also, oh, I love this so much. So much. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Just pop them in there for protection. I love that feature. Just being, oh, I love it so much. Because it's like functional display. It is pretty. I do think it'd be nice if you could like mouse over it and see what it was, but yeah, it's okay. That is a-okay. Oh, we should build a library at some point. Would be, ooh! I've just bonked y'all, I'm so sorry. And by y'all, I mean the microphone. So that's not y'all in the slightest, but same deal. But building like a little library could be nice. We could have some librarians and then the lecterns and then have all the books and we can store all the books. Oh, that'd be nice. That would be nice. I've also thought about, I should make a little like book and quill and start actually writing down some of the coordinates. Because my issue is when I... Sorry, where are you? When I, like, go, all right, y'all, remember this location, and just kind of show it on screen. I'm like, yeah, I'll remember that this is a thing there and that I need to go look at it again. And then I don't. And then I forget, like, what, I'm sorry, but I'll probably need drink, if I'm going to make a book and quill. But I forget where exactly I've put that information, like what episode, what time, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I could just like break that down IRL, but I also can't keep track of things IRL. So we could have a little book and we could format it all nice and pretty and cute. So maybe that's one of the other things that we'll get set up. Because I know that we found a zombie spawner at one point, and I don't remember where it was. So I will need to go back and dig through some of our older episodes, find out where that was, because that could be a fun little project. But I don't know. If anything, it'd just be good to go find that like mountainy area again, because there was some good resources, and we haven't been back over there. I've been a home bunny, which there's nothing wrong with being a home bunny, but a little exploration would probably be exciting and fun and new. The night is coming in. It approaches. Okay. I did also build my very first super smelter recently. Um, whoop. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna experiment with this. And I did. And it was rad. And I messed it up once slightly at first, but then I got it. And I was very proud of myself. I also um, did successfully make like slight modifications to it on my own, which was very exciting. Um, ooh, hello, leather boots. Um, which is how I learned that if you are doing hoppers into furnaces, that if you insert the hopper on the back, it can only give you the fuel. It can't give you the like top guy, whatever you're trying to do furnacey things with. Um, and then I also learned about putting levers on the furnaces so that you can still like collect the XP. And I was like, whoa, I feel smart. Even though, like, in the scheme of things, that is so incredibly simple. that is so simple. But, you know, Redstone. We can't all be mumbo jumbo. We can't all be Doc, Tango, Impulse, any of them. But that's okay. One day I'll learn. One day I will learn. I need to play, I downloaded and started I think it's like the computery stuff map. Um, it's just like a Minecraft map that is taking you through circuits and stuff. And I started it and I was having a great time. And then at some point or other, got distracted and stopped playing it. And I need to keep going on that because I was actually learning things, while having fun with puzzles. And I think that's one of the things that makes me think that I would like Redstone, which like that map is not, there's some stuff that you could apply to Redstone because it's circuits, but it's more of like proper circuit ideas, at least from my understanding. But that's one of the reasons why I think that I would like Redstone, because it's puzzles and engineering. And I do enjoy that kind of thing. I can just be a little bit slow on the uptake occasionally. It just takes me a minute. And then once I have it, we're good. But it does take me a minute. I keep staring at that cave and I'm like, what secrets do you hold? Hold some coal at least. But in terms of secrets, I don't know. I do not know. I've been, I don't know how much I've talked about it before, but I've been listening to the Magnus Protocol, which is a horror fiction podcast that is a sequel to the Magnus Archive, which if it's something that you are at all interested, I highly recommend you check it out. It is very interesting, but again, it is a horror podcast, so please check the trigger warnings. Please check the trigger warnings, content warnings, for each episode, because there's some spooky ooky stuff. But I have been listening to the Magnus Protocol episodes as they come out, and I haven't listened to last week's as of yet. And the one for this upcoming week is about to come out, so I might wait until it has come out and then listen to both of them back to back. That is one of the very nice things about my current job, is that I can, while I have a fair amount of time that I spend like interacting with people and training people, I do also get some time that I am just like doing work on my own, and I can listen to podcasts. Sometimes it's work that I have to, well, okay. Not that I'm always focusing on my work, you know, but like sometimes you can split your brain a little bit more than others. The music is so nice. But back on the Magnus Protocol, I'm not gonna get too much into like content of it. One, because it's a little spooky. But two, I don't want to spoil for anyone if they haven't been listening as of yet. But oh, it's very interesting. It feels very similar to the kind of early days of the Magnus Archive, where things haven't quite built up yet, so there's not quite as much suspense and it's a little bit less gripping, but the episodes themselves, they're still very interesting, and I think they're hitting the ground running a little bit more in terms of kind of integrated lore as opposed to just kind of monster of the week type deal. Which is not to say that that's not good, and there's definitely like previously laying the groundwork for that, but I don't know. It's good. I've been enjoying it. Which I'm really not big on horror. But something about like horror podcasts I can do. There's like little things that I can't do, but I don't know. Horror movies though? No. Me playing horror games? No. I can watch other people play horror games. And I'll watch like again playthroughs of horror games. I've never played a FNAF game. I haven't. I did see the FNAF movie and I really enjoyed it and I did fine with that. It wasn't too like horror-y for me. But like I jump scares in games. I'm like, no. Not a big fan. It I don't know. I have considered, I'm like, maybe for like spooky season, it could be interesting to attempt to play a horror game, but I am also a big scaredy cat. I am a big old scaredy bunny. And I like having the kind of cozier vibes. And I feel like that would be a little bit of an interruption. I do actually have, goodness, what is it? Little Nightmares on Steam. And I bonked my microphone again. I am so sorry. I have it because I think around the time that Little Nightmares 2 came out, they had it just like as a freebie. So I was like, well, I don't know that I'm ever gonna play it, but it's not gonna it's not gonna hurt me to pick it up. So I did. And it's just sitting in my Steam library, and I'm like, hmm. What are this? It's like, oh my gosh, like Soma. It seems like such a neat game, and I've really enjoyed watching other people play it. Um, which like it is one of those games that I think that is best going into blind. So I feel like I wouldn't get necessarily the same like hits of it having, watched other people play it. I think I know that I've watched Evan and Caitlin play it. Um, unless I'm making that up. I know I've watched them play Little Nightmares. They're great. I've watched them craft things and play things for years now. And I think I've talked about it before, but they're actually who got me into Minecraft. Their Minecraft series on Switch is what got me to go, wait a minute. I think I would actually like this game despite years of me being like, I don't know that I'd really like Minecraft. Like it doesn't. And then several years later, and here we are. Uh, but I don't know. If you want some like cozy chaos content creators, highly recommend Evan and Caitlin. They do both like gaming content, which is mostly on Twitch, and then they uh, like do edited videos or uncut videos and whatnot. But then they also do a lot of like crafting videos, which is how I found them first. Um, yeah. Oh, oh, what we get? Sharpness 3, efficiency 3, unbreaking 3. That one might go on our sword. This is, yeah, not enchanted yet. But we can also go ahead and boop and boop. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee this time. It is like 8:30 p.m. for me. So drinking both caffeinated coffee and tea is probably not my brightest idea. But then again, caffeine doesn't wake me up, so it's okay. It'd be fine. I'm also just realizing that the bobber throwing noise sounds a lot like the Enderman teleporting noise. Like, am I making that up? Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I think Miss Loaf is desiring attention. So, I will be back. I'm back after spending plenty of time with Miss Loaf, eating an Oreo, and playing several matches of Identity V. So, it's been probably about an hour for me. But I am back and ready to get back to fishing. I don't entirely remember what I was going on about for that, so we're just swapping. We're just vibing. But Miss Loaf just needed the attention, and I also leather let her out to go potty, and I think that she greatly enjoyed that. Very much so. Oh, fun fact. So Identity V, which is a primarily mobile game that's like a 4v1 asymmetric something game. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to describe it, but um the like yippee the little yippee guy, he actually comes from an Identity V meme. You learn something new every day. But no, it's a fun game. My friend got me into it, and I'm generally not big on like, what would you say, like competitive games, I guess. Um, Especially like real time kind of competitive games. But she got me into it via the like cute skins. And it's not even that I'm like, oh, I need to collect them all. I have never been one to spend a bunch of money on like in-app purchases or like I'm forgetting the name of them. Microtransactions. There we go. Uh, I don't usually spend like a bunch on that, but I'm like, oh, cute skins. Oh, I need to learn about this thing so that I can cosplay them. And that's really what it's been. So there we go. And then I've just genuinely been enjoying playing it. I also got Splatoon, and that's another one of like, it's competitive, but I don't know, it feels a little more chill, I guess. I don't know if chill is the right word because it's very much like fast paced all over the place if you've ever played Splatoon. But I like the single player kind of campaign. And then I really like Salmon Run. Um, like I think the general kind of capture the flag type mode is fine and whatever, but I like the cooperation of Salmon Run. And I guess that's just kind of my thing with games. I'm much more like to do cooperative play rather than like battling it out. And I guess that's one of the things about so Identity V, you can play as either a survivor or as a hunter. And there's like several different game modes, but just kind of the basic game mode. You have 4 survivors and 1 hunter. And they all have like different skills and whatnot. Um, I I am a Dr. Main, for anyone who plays IDV. Um, Also, I've recently discovered that I really like playing lawyer. And I'm sure that if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's going to make absolutely no sense. But for the maybe like one of you that does know what I'm talking about, hi, yeah. um, but anyway, when you're playing as Survivor, like you're still cooperating with 3 other people. Um, so I think I like that bit. And I do generally prefer playing Survivor to Hunter. And I think it's like I get anxious when it's like, okay, I'm the hunter. It's just me. Um, there's no one to like pick up the slack when I'm inevitably bad at this game. Which honestly, like I'm not as bad as I think I am. I know, but I don't know. It's a fun game. It's interesting. So you know, I think we're just turning this into like media recommendations with Bunny. What else have we been doing? I've been still rereading Percy Jackson. Um, I still need to get caught up on the show. Um, I think at this point I need to just keep watching it on my own, or just bug my friend to see if we can watch it together like digitally. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, I have finally gotten to like the newest book, um, or like the most recent book in the like Percy Jackson and the Olympians like full series. I think it's Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods. Um, and I'm not super far in, but I've been enjoying it so far. Um, it's like a little bit weird because if you've ever read the Percy Jackson series, which you haven't, if you haven't, I highly recommend it. Um, and if you're not big on like regular reading books, the audiobook is good too. Um, but it just like, I don't know, the way okay, so there's originally the like Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, right? And there's 5 books in that series. Um, and then there's the House of Olympus, I think is the name, like the series, and it's kind of a follow-up series that does involve like Percy and everything, but there's a lot of other things going on. And so those aren't technically part of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series because it's a sequel series. And the new book, the Percy Jackson and the Chalice of the Gods, is a 6th book that's been added to that first series. And so like I grew up reading the Percy Jackson books, and I think I've talked about this before, but like I was reading them as they came out. Um, and so I read them in the order that they came out. But this time I was like, okay, rather than going by the order that they came out, I'm just gonna like read through the first series first and then like go into the second series. I also have the other newer book that I'm blanking on the name of. Um but that follows like Nico and Will. I think I think it's co-written. Maybe I can't remember. I don't know, but I have it, and I'm looking forward to reading it when I find some miraculous time. But it's like reading it in a different order. I don't know. It's funky. Um, but either way, I'm enjoying it. There's also a bunch of like not necessarily spin-off series, it's just like other series that are in the same universe that deal with like different types of mythology. Those are also all really good. Um I like Percy Jackson. What can I say? And I'm finding enjoyment in reading again. Um and I don't know, some of you may relate to this, but like I was a huge reader growing up. Um like I read the first Harry Potter book in kindergarten for like context, I guess. Which, you know, now J.K. Rowling and all that fun stuff, but I huge reader. And then as I got older, I stopped reading as much for fun. Like I still really enjoyed reading, but all of my just like reading time was spent reading books for school. And so then by the time, if you can hear something, Miss Buttercup is digging in her bed. Um, I like spent so much time reading for classes and stuff, that I just didn't have time, or energy to just like read for enjoyment. Which is sad, but from a lot of people that I talk to, that's a very common thing that happened for just like kids in the American school system. Which if you can't tell by my accent, I am American. Hello, hi. Um, but I'm just like as an adult now trying to relearn that like joy of reading. Um, because it's really fun and I like all the different stories. And I've been also talking about like audiobooks, I've been trying to listen to those more as well. Um, because that's kind of like how I can fit in reading time in my day. Um, so like for example, when I was doing fishing on like my server with friends, I was listening to an audiobook. Percy Jackson, actually. Hey. Um, so I can like, you know, play games and to like commute and all of those fun little things. Some that are more fun than others. Um, but yeah, so if you are at all in the same kind of situation, audiobooks. I've really been enjoying it. And I've been getting to actually read. And it feels weird. I know that some people are like, "Oh, audiobooks aren't reading," but like I don't know. It's not reading in a traditional sense, but you're still consuming the books and the story. Um, and I would say it's reading. It's just a different kind. I still think nothing quite beats just sitting down with a good proper book though. I've tried to goodness, someone's motorcycle or car or something. I don't know if y'all heard it, but they were Newman. Um I also like I had a Kindle when I was younger. I still have it. Um but this is before they put like touchscreens and everything in them. I think Kindles have touchscreens now. I don't know. I haven't used one in years. Um, but I really tried to get into it, and I read some books on my Kindle. Um, but it just something about having the physical book. Big fan. And I know that it's like, it's lighter and you can carry more books and I don't know. I don't know. Being able to like see the marked progress as you make your way through the book, there's just something top tier about that. Wubber bubble. Because we don't have enough of those. Oh. Oh, dang it. There was a bobber coming to us, but it's okay. It's a-okay. I just figured we should get the squid ink before it despawns. That also reminds me that I had another book that I think I got like 3/4 of the way through. And I stopped reading it about a year ago. So at this point, I might should just start it over. Because I don't really remember anything about what it was about. So, we'll see. If y'all have any book recommendations that y'all enjoy, please leave them for me in the comments below because I'm looking. With what time, I don't know, but we'll see. If anything, audiobooks are really nice because my commute to work, I can listen to them. So get a little bit of book time. Oh yeah, we were talking about like horror things earlier. Yeah. I don't know that I'm ever gonna play Little Nightmares, but it is in my Steam library, as you were saying. It seems like a neat game, and I thought it was cool watching people play it, but I'm like, it might freak me out a little bit too much. I don't know. I don't know that I could do it. I did get though, and I haven't had a chance to play it, but I did get Lethal Company when it was on sale. I've watched a little bit of like people playing it, and I know that it's like horror adjacent at least, but I have some friends that at least expressed interest in playing, and I'm always down for like other games that you can play with friends. Like I played Among Us for the first time I think last year. Very late to the party, but like I don't know. There's just something about getting to sit down and play games with friends. This just is really nice. And so I'm always looking for more little things like that. Minecraft is also one of those again, server with friends. Um, but yeah, my dad has also recently gotten into like Minecraft and Animal Crossing. And so I've been playing games with him as well. So that's been very exciting. And that does mean that there's like less time for other things, but that's okay. That is a-okay. Getting to spend time with loved ones in any capacity is always good. I'm kind of surprised that we haven't fished up any additional fishing rods, but I guess it's just because I don't have luck of the sea. I don't know like what the ratio is normally. But I know at least like when I had luck of the sea, I was getting a bunch of fishing rods and a bunch of like bows. Um and like more of those when compared to books. But we've gotten 2 books. So I don't know. I was hoping that we'd get at least like 1 fishing rod before this one gave out, but it's looking like we might have to make another fishing rod. But we have significantly more levels to try and enchant with, so I think we should at least be able to get to the second level. I think it's like 15. Is it 10? I'm now realizing that I don't actually know what the mid-tier one is. I know that, like, ooh, saddle, nice. I know that the like top tier you need 30 levels, but I don't actually know what the middle one is. We can also get some fishies smelting up. And probably save a few for if we can find any cats, but food. Although goodness knows we have enough bread, so maybe we just keep an armada of fish on backup for cats. Oh my goodness gracious. I've oh the like snapshot with the new wolf variants. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Oh, the mouse has done it. Oh, okay, no, we're back. Okay. um but no, the new wolf variants can have a bunch of different types of doggos, which does mean that, you know, since they're biome dependent, they'll have to do all sorts of traveling about, but dogs, more types of dogs. I will be interested, like, so in worlds that you've updated, I'm wondering if they will, like, any dogs that you already have, if they're going to stay as just like the default dog skin, or if they will transfer over to like whatever kind of biome that they came from. My assumption would be that they would just stay as the default dog skin because like they're not a new entity, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. Because I guess they're being considered like different dogs rather than just like reskin dogs. Um, but I do not know. I haven't actually looked all that much into it other than just being like, oh my goodness gracious, different dogs in different biomes. Um, and you know what? Hi. I'm happy and excited from that. Hello, sir. I should probably go sleepy soon, but like the fishing rod is about to break. I feel like we should try and get it out. Okay, we're gonna go sleep. Could also probably try and organize our loot a little bit. I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. It has long since gone cold by now, but it's very tasty still. Almost spilled it all over myself. Okay, so we still have plenty of room. We might. Oh, see, I fished up 4 string, but I didn't bring any sticks with me. I should have. I guess I could chop that down, but let's grab some sticks. Well, no, actually. Let's go and break this fishing rod. Where did the wandering trader go? Ah, okay. Hello, sir. What do you have? A knife. Okay. Lily pad, fern, dandelion, pumpkin, spruce, console. Okay. Do I have a boat on me? I do not have a boat on me. Hello. You are not welcome. You are not welcome in the slightest. Okay. It would be nice to get the leads. So I think we will also make a boat when we next go up. You can at least come on the dock, man. Your poor llamas. Okay, there we go. And there's that. Alrighty. Hello. And goodbye. Okay. So boat or I guess maybe 2 boats, just for the sake of it. And then sticks. Very important things. And maybe, possibly, potentially, we can have a nice little bit of luck with a fishing rod. I do keep thinking about the Luck of the Sea 2 fishing rod, but I'm like, or book, but I'm like, I feel like the Feather Falling 4 would probably be a little more useful for me. I would like to make a cherry boat. I am a big fan of the fact that they have done the parody between Java and Bedrock, that the boats on Bedrock no longer require you to craft a shovel, which I think it was a cute idea. And like the idea of having to make an oar is neat, but I don't know. I guess just like being primarily a Java player and then like going to Bedrock and having to do that, I'm like, just okay. Okay. At least it should get us a little faster. Not by much, but a little bit. I was gonna make 2 boats. Oh well. We can just use one. I still have those llamas in a boat. I should. Oh. I should build them a little home soon. Okay. Let's see. Hello? There you go. We'll see if one of them pops on in. It's probably... Yeah, I probably should have put that a little bit closer, but... That's okay. We're just gonna have the dulcet tones. Is it dulcet or dulcet? I think it's dulcet. Of the Wandering Trader. Okay. He does not want to give me his leads. Sir, please. Please. Okay. Fine. I see how it is. If they come down, then we'll do what? Okay, come on. Okay. We have 1. We gotta be careful. Okay. Grab a boat. Rain. Pretty rain. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. I do very much enjoy the rain for the cozy vibes. Goodness. This man does not know how to take care of his llamas. He really doesn't. And I'm like, yes, I have had those other 2 llamas in a boat for who knows how long. But their lives are not constantly at risk, and that is what I have to say. I'll build them a nice little stable. I should build a llama / horse stable. I could get a mule and a donkey. I've never gotten a donkey in Minecraft, or a mule. So maybe oh. Almost empty fishing rod. We can use it for healing though. Even lure 1 makes such a big difference. Oh. Ah, there we go. No, I'm so sorry. There we go. Okay. It just never happened. Ah! I'm sorry! Didn't mean to! I was just trying to free you from the boat. I don't know how long they stay aggroed. Or if there's a way to get them to de-aggro. Maybe taming them? I don't know. I honestly thought that one was going to be a little bit too early. Pleasantly surprised. For any of y'all that also play Minecraft, which, I mean, maybe you don't play Minecraft, but I would imagine if you're watching Minecraft content, there's a good likelihood that you do play Minecraft. Oh, it's too early. But if you do, what have you been building? What have you been doing? I'm always interested to know. I built a little, almost like lush cave waterfall type thing recently that I think I might want to try and build one for this world as well, because I think it's very cute and it's very pink. So we'll need to go in search of a lush cave soon, because I will absolutely need a bunch of like moss and spore blossoms and all that fun stuff. After this one, we'll go sleep. Though part of me is like, should we just fish through the night? But also, I don't want a ton of stuff just like spawning. I don't know. I should light things up better before I fish through the night. Joining the Wandering Trader and drinking some milk, and by milk I mean tea with milk in it. But there's milk, so partaking with morning milk. I saw an interesting thing about how, like, Gen Z is disproportionately lactose intolerant compared to nice. Oh, that's a good bow. That's a good bow. I'm gonna need to heal that up. I will. I'm gonna have to make some more bows, and then I'm gonna use some levels, and I'm gonna heal it because I love Infinity. I can understand why some people prefer a mending bow, but I'm like, I cannot be trusted to keep up with a bunch of arrows and how many that I have at any given point. Like, I feel like if I did that, have to keep the arrows on my hotbar. Um, but when you have Infinity, you can just have the arrows wherever in your inventory, and then you can just like gauge how used your bow is um when it's on your hotbar. I don't know. I can't keep up with it. But then that does mean that I always end up with just like a bunch of leftover arrows. But they build up over time. So it's okay. So maybe one day I'll end up having like a mending bow, but for now, for now, you just need one arrow and then you're good. It's great. I don't entirely know like what the punch enchantment does. Um um but I do know that power 4 is pretty good. I think power 5 is the maximum. I might end up just using the empty fishing rod to heal up this one, but I don't know how many levels that would take. Um, but I don't know if it's better to like use the levels to heal it than have to like run the risk on enchanting it. Oh, I guess we could just go see what the enchantment would be on an additional fishing rod. Oh, that's a creeper. That's a creeper. Do I have any arrows on me? Yes. So, we could kill the creeper if he comes back. If he comes back. I feel like on my bows, I tend to go for like power 5, unbreaking 3, infinity, and then maybe flame. Here we go. Yay, gunpowder! Okay. Back to fishing we go. But that's why I love power 4, because you just take out creepers. 2 hits. It's great. Big fan. I'm like, after this fishing rod, should we go explore the cave? I don't know. Maybe. But also I'm having a good time fishing. So I don't know. It would be nice to get some kind of enchanted fishing rod, but luck of the sea plus lure would be ideal. Lots of tripwire hooks. I don't ever really know like what you do with those. Like I know that you can use them for redstone and stuff, but as we've established, I don't know particularly all that much about redstone. Lots of cod. So much cod. It is really funny how you fish up so much more cod, but there's just like a bunch of salmon swimming around. And I'm like, how does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe they're too busy swimming around to be caught. Must be the case. Lily pad. Oh, lily pad parkour. That could be fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, a little lily pad bridge. Ideas. Ideas, ideas, ideas. It'd also be kind of interesting to try and like put together a little parkour course. I've done like parkour courses in Minecraft. I should clarify, in Minecraft, not in real life. But I've never tried to like make one. I don't know all of the kind of like specifics of what you need to have and do, and like what you can, like what's known that you can clear. So it could be interesting to look into that. I want to come up with more things that'll give a bit more life to the world. Squid tangling himself up. But because I'm like, as much as I like all of my little kind of isolated things, I want to get better at making builds that are more like interconnected, and that kind of like make sense and can tell a story. And that's the kind of idea about having this little like dock and fishing hut, but I don't know. I'm gonna do some more. If any of you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. I am open to the suggestions. Ideas are not always my strongest suit. It's like once I have them, it's fun to kind of run with them, but like getting there can be a little bit difficult. I think I want to see. Okay. What's kind of over here? I don't know how big of a cave it is. Ooh, iron. It's fairly like shallow water. There's some coal down there. I'd really like to get respiration on my helmet at some point. That would be nice. Ooh. Okay. So this is like proper ravine type. Oh yeah. Okay. So this will be something interesting to explore. Let's not leave the iron and stuff there for now. It could be nice to turn this like cave into something. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Okay, yeah. I want more little pathways that kind of go around the mountain. Because that's a good vibe. That's a good vibe. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look what a fishing rod might enchant. And go from there. Because if it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good enchant... Oh. Whirlswind focus. I'm like, I don't want to break the bow, but also, there's no use in worrying about the bow if I've died. I mean, yeah, I'd respawn, but it's the principle of the thing. My inventory is also very full, so we shall empty some things out. So that can go into plants. I don't think I have any other plant deals. That can go there. And these in here. I think we'll cook up some of the... Well, okay, we'll put the salmon in here. Good for kitties. Might as well heal those up. Can go into tools and equipment. And then bones. Gunpowder. Name tag on in there. Tripwire hooks in there. Ooh. Oh, I should put that with the other books. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Hello. What would that look like? Okay. Look at the C2. But that's on level 30. We don't have level 30. What would this look like? That's not going to give it much. For 2 levels. I think let's just make another fishing rod. We'll fish these 2 out. And then go from there. Skellington. That's close, so they've got to be down. So much just mountainous area underneath. Or I guess cavernous area underneath, because this is all the mountainous area. Hello, sir. Boop. I guess I could have gone ahead and healed up the bow, but that's okay. Needed the string for the fishing rod. Very important. I guess maybe we could also get the fish smelting up. Retrieve some more levels that way. We also need to find potatoes. So maybe we should go ahead and make a book and quill. We can start writing some of that down. Because I do know that we have the project board, but some of the smaller things I don't know. Whoop. Need to entirely go up on the side of the house. This will get us through a little bit more. Might also see about enchanting something else in place of the fishing rod. See if we can get like a little bit better rolls. I don't know. A little bit of strategy and a lot of just vibes. And there it goes. Alrighty. Let us start cooking some fish. That's probably fine. We can put this guy right on in there. And head back on up here. Very glad that we built the staircase because even though this takes a minute, significantly faster than the alternative. I'm like, sir, I might think that you seem incredibly huggable, but you still gonna freak me out. You still are. Oh, books are in here. Here we go. This, well, I guess we should do that. Efficiency 4. This is still, yeah. Quick charge, impaling. Back smite. Can you enchant a... See, I don't know. Anything that I haven't looked at? Yeah, I guess we can just power one. How about you? Efficiency 3. No. Did I check that one already? Yeah. Oh, looting 2, but Let's see. Piercing 1, that's fine. Oh, lure 3. Oh. Let's maybe see if we can get up to level 30. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah, piercing 1, power 1. I don't know that I'm really going to use those. So, just do one of those. Whoop. a little bit back. And do one of those. Okay. Wait, I've already forgotten. Was that for the... Yeah, that was fishing rod. No, looting 3. I think I would rather looting 3. So, what if we just... You know, not terrible. I'm fine with that. And we can try and get up to... Wait, oh! I forgot. It resets each time, despite the fact that I was using that. Smite 5's not bad, though. Why did I do that? Why? Oh, I wanted looting 3. Okay, it's okay. That's okay. I'm really smart sometimes. And this is not one of them. Okay. Eat some fish. But that just means that we have a nice good fishing rod for a bit longer. I'm still very proud of that bridge. And, like, it's not the most ornate fancy bridge in the world, but I think it's pretty neat. I keep forgetting about healing the bow. It's okay. It's fine. We will have other chances for looting 3. We will. And who knows, maybe it would have just been looting 3. And that would have been sad. But if we're gonna want to try to take on the Wither at some point, we will absolutely need looting 3. Oh, free squid ink. I'll take some free squid ink. Some, squink, if you will. Should get some glow squink. I totally meant to walk off the edge of the dock. Totally. Completely and absolutely. How long does he take to despawn? I don't know. I really don't. That coal keeps tempting me. I'd have to go and get it. I think maybe if we took down a little bit of that dirt and like made a bridge across, cute little cozy cave. I think that could be neat. I don't know what we should put in the cave. And I don't know if we necessarily need to have anything particular to put in the cave. It could just be a cute cave, but like, I don't know. It feels like there should be something. Because maybe it could be like a little like camping setup, but I feel like that would be a little bit close to like the main area for that. it feels like a little camping setup would make more sense a little bit further from the base. And we already, oh, what's this? We can combine those! Maybe! I don't actually know if Punch and Flame can cohabitate. But we can see. I usually go for Flame. I know what that one does, but I don't know about, like, Punch. Man, it's just straight vibing. Ooh. That was a quick one. Yeah, lure one to breaking too. Okay. Fishing is such a good way to get XP. I mean, obviously there's significantly faster ways that you can do it, but it's good. Hi. Hey, bud. Are you trying to be fished up? Can you fish the Wandering Trader? You can. This is information that is exciting to have, but I don't know that it would be. Oh, he's gone. He was not a fan of being fished. I don't know if you can hear that, but I just cracked my neck. I am excited about the newest Final Fantasy VII game, Rebirth. But I'm also like, I don't have a PS5, so I can't play it. And I'm like, it looks really neat, but I'm also like, I can't play it, and I don't want to get spoiled. I have accidentally spoiled myself for the first of the remakes, because I know that it's been a while, but I'm not gonna spoil it, because I do have it. I have it for PS4, and I still need to play it, but I kept telling myself that I would finish my second playthrough of the original game before I played the remake. And then I forgot about the fact that it's a really long game. So I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know that that's happening. So from what I've heard, the first remake goes through kind of the escape from Midgar. And I've hit that point in my second playthrough, so I'm like, well, it's probably good enough. I've been playing the Switch port because, and I'm sure that I've talked about this before because it's my favorite game and I won't shut up about it. But I played the original game, that being the Final Fantasy VII that came out in 1998, on the PS1. And it's 3 discs. And the first disc took me 40 hours to get through. Um, and I'm not a particularly like fast player of games. I like to explore and do all the little side quests. Um, so I'm sure that there are people that go through it faster. Um, Discounting like speedrunners, because of course speedrunners will go through it faster, but like just kind of general people playing the game, I'm sure will take it a little bit slower. But I like grew up playing the game just in the basement on the PS1, and I had considered getting the port that's on Steam. But like reading the reviews, it was like, don't get this one. It's like you have to be online and you have to create a Square Enix account, and there's a game-breaking bug that they haven't fixed. Like all this stuff. I was like, okay. But the Switch port is apparently just like a completely different build of the game. Which I mean, of course, it'd be a different build of the game, but like it's a different. I don't know. They like did it all differently, and you don't have to be logged in, and you don't have to have a Square Enix account and all that. But it did trip me up because there's like in the original game. So if you've never played on a PS1, which like for any reason, and I feel kind of old. But if you've never played on one, the like standard PlayStation 1 controller doesn't have a joystick. It has a D-pad that is, like the little disconnected arrows. And it has your like standard like letter buttons. But it doesn't have a joystick. So just using the D-pad, you walk, and then holding down, I think it's X. I don't know how much matters, but I think it's X. And moving, you would run, right? And in the Switch port, obviously, the Joy-Cons do have joysticks. And you like can do, your general movement with your joysticks. Or you can move with the D-pad. And what I didn't realize for a significant amount of time while I was playing the game on the Switch version is that if you use the joystick, you default to running. And a part of me was like, ooh. Good, 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 good. Okay. So we will need to see if I combine those. I don't think it's not gonna give me an additional level of lure because this one's lure 1. But it would add the unbreaking and it would heal it a bit. So yeah, because that would but 18, but that would be it would heal it. I think it's gonna be worth it. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Trying to remember where I picked off. Like, so yeah, using the joystick, you default to running. And I was like, I remembered being able to run, but I can't seem to figure that out. But like, maybe I'm just misremembering. It's been a while since I played. And there's a certain sequence where you have to like sneak, and I kept failing it. And I was like, why is this so hard? I don't remember this being so hard. And I had to Google it. I'm not kidding. I had to Google it. And I found somebody being like, yeah, so when you use the joystick, you're running. You have to use the D-pad so that you're walking. And I was like, oh. And I'm like, in my defense, that wasn't a thing originally. Like it wasn't a thing when I first played the game, but I was like, I felt so dumb. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I can see the walking and running difference. But I was like, oh man. Like it wouldn't normally make that much of a difference. But I was like, why am I failing in this? Like I'm trying to go slow. I'm trying to do all these things. No, it's because I was running. So if on the off chance that you're playing the Switch port of Final Fantasy VII, and you're like, man, why can't I sneak? This is weird. That's why. That's probably why. But no, in terms of the remake, I need to play the first of the remakes, and then maybe they will release it for desktop, or I can see if a friend has a PS5 that they'd let me hole up in their home for who knows how many hours over the course of who knows how much time uh to play it. Be like, hello, I will make you dinner. I will bring you snacks. Can I come use your PS5? Please. Because, bringing snacks and whatnot will be significantly cheaper than having to buy a PS5. I don't have room for one. I really don't. Um, I think it'd be great, but I'm like, I don't have room. It's also really interesting that kind of like the transition from um console to PC gaming, because I like growing up and even up through a couple years ago, um I was very much like primarily a console gamer. The big exception to that being like The Sims. Um I think I've played one of the My Sims games, but other than that, I've always just played Sims on desktop. Um and I started on The Sims 3, which like on my old laptop. And I'm like thinking back on it, I'm like, man, I'm surprised that thing ran that well. But other than that, really all of the games that I would play would be on console. Um, well, I mean, okay. So if you don't count the like educational games, or like the kids MMORPG type deals, like proper games, um, would be like primarily console. Okay, I'm talking in circles here. Um, but like I grew up playing like my dad's PS1. Um, and then like we had a Wii, play a bunch of games on the Wii, be they like random shovelware. I think it's like M&M kart racing, maybe, or no, maybe it wasn't M&M kart racing. It was like an exploration game. I vividly remember. I'll need to see if I still have it somewhere. But like playing games on the Wii, and then having I had a Game Boy Advance, um, specifically Game Boy Advance Micro SP. And I had like two games for it that I played the heck out of. And one of them I think was a Dora game, and the other one was a little like dog game. Um, oh, I need to actually cast the bobber. That would be smart of me. Um, and I I might have had three games. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, I had very few games for that little console, but I played them so much. Um, and then later on got a DS Lite, one of the like pink pearlized ones. I think that's the right word. But my sibling and I had matching DS Lites, and we would spend so much time in like PictoChat. Um And if you had a DS with PictoChat, um, did you spend a bunch of time just coloring the whole thing black? And I guess did you not would be an option, but I feel like that was a at least semi-universal experience. Unless I'm just a little weird, but that's been known. That's been known. Um, I never had a DSi. I had friends that had DSIs, but I never did. Um, I did later though get a 3DS Max, and Lyra had just like the regular 3DS, and I went back and forth, and I couldn't decide. And I was several years, but I like saved up. Ooh, ah, oh, see, it's Mending and Unbreaking 3, but it's Curse of Vanishing. And I don't want to put Curse of Vanishing on anything, so I might just like take the grinder to that one, get a few XP from it, and then bop it. Because unfortunately, you cannot remove the curses. Um, if this were the server with my friends, I would save it to throw at one of my friends because she collects them. But it is not. So maybe we'll find a nice little pit of lava, or just throw it to despawn. But no, continuing on. With the 3DS, Lyra had Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I think for several years, I was like the secondary little player on, like in their town, and play the heck out of it. Ooh. Cool, cool. And it wasn't until later that I finally got my own copy of, I almost said Final Fantasy New Leaf. That's not a thing. And then I like transferred all my progress over, and I had my own little town and all that fun stuff. But I ended up getting it because I really wanted to play Dream Drop Distance. And then after I started playing Dream Drop Distance, I was like, wait a minute. I need to go back and play some of the other games again. Oh, oh. Yes. Yes. 23 versus 7. Yes. Okay. And it'll heal itself. Beautiful. Eternal fishing. Because that's one of the nice things about having a mending fishing rod, is that you get XP just by fishing. And then you go. And it means that you get, less XP towards your level bar, but you can just keep fishing. It's great. I love it. Oh yeah, the fish. We've been cooking fish. I forgot about that. We'll need to get those. I am very easily distracted. But no, I was at, oh yes, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And then I was like, oh wait. I really need to play Birth by Sleep before I pretty much saddles. Before I continue on with this game. Because I was like, I am missing vital bits of lore, which, like, it's Kingdom Hearts. The lore is a mess, but I love it anyway. But no, it was like between Dream Drop Distance and Animal Crossing, I was like, yeah, I should probably finally get my own 3DS. And I'm interested, for anyone else that had a 3DS or currently has a 3DS, what's like the percentage of time that you played with the 3D mode on? Because I think for me it was like 5% of the time. Like even now, it just is like you had to be at such a specific angle, and I don't know that it made my eyes hurt, but it was like, I don't know, it's kind of funky. And if I did have it on, I would have it on just like slightly. Um, I think I played with it, the 3D mode on a lot when I first got it, just out of the kind of sheer novelty of it. But then beyond that, I was just kind of like, I don't know how much it's really enhancing the experience. But I don't know. Probably also told the story of how I soft locked myself in Phantom Hourglass. And if I have told the story before, I still have yet to go back and see if it was just like child bunny's ineptitude or if I did actually soft lock myself. So when I finally get around to doing that, I will update you. And if not, if I did soft lock myself, then I probably just have to start the game over. But I bought the like guidebook, like the official printed guidebook, when they still used to do that. Which, I mean, I guess they still do that to a degree. I think there are some like printed instructional books for some games. I think some Zelda games still have them, but and I'm sure other ones do, but it used to be a lot more common, I guess. Because like, you know, you couldn't just Google everything. And I had like get the printed guidebook that I did manage to find like secondhand. So I didn't have to like go seek it out full price. I still have it. But I remember like looking at the pages and being like, I'm doing exactly what it says. And I think I bought the book because I was like so stuck because I was like, I swear I know what I'm doing. It was in this one dungeon. And I was probably like 10. So somewhere around, I might have been younger. I don't know, somewhere around there. But I was a wee bunny. What do you call baby buns? Like baby bunnies. They're not pups. I don't know. I'll need to look into that. Either way, I was but a wee lass. Which, like, speaking of game guidebooks, I miss when games came with little paper booklets. And I'm like, I know that a lot of games you just kind of purchase digitally. And it makes sense that that wouldn't come with a little paper booklet. It'd be nice if it came with a little digital booklet, though. That could be nice. But, like, the actual paper booklets, I think the only game that I've gotten in recent memory that had a little booklet in it was Story of Seasons. And like it was a short little book. It was very cute and I really enjoyed it. And it wasn't like a full kind of guide like they used to be, but it had a little booklet. And I'm like, we should do that again. And I know that it's like, maybe it saves paper or whatever, but I'm like, if you're gonna get the game, it's no fun to just have the disc case and then just the little cartridge or the disc. Or I mean, it is fun because you still get the thing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nostalgic and lamenting the days, but I would spend hours and hours and hours reading through those little booklets. And like, be it on the car ride home, when you like get a new game and you get to like look through the booklet and you accidentally spoil yourself, you're like, oh, or just like sitting. I would just spend so much time going through the little booklets. And they used to be, a lot of them used to be pretty chunky. Um, and I'm sure that many of you do know what I'm talking about, but I'm also like, some people don't. I'm like, it's a shame. I did get, so the game Outer Wilds? I want to say it's Outer Wilds. I always get Outer Wilds and Outer Worlds confused. But the one that's like Fallout style kind of RPG but in space. That one has a little booklet. And it is a little bit of an older game, which feels really weird to think about because it feels like it just came out, but it did not. But that one had a short little booklet that had really cute like little theming. Like it had little in-universe advertisements in the little booklet, and it was great. And I don't know. I miss things like that. I was lucky though because I bought that one, like the physical copy secondhand. And it actually came with the original little booklet, and I was like, yeah. I think I bought that through GameStop. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've been in a GameStop. I used to go there all the time. Or at least all the time in comparison to other stores. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Like the last time that I truly like properly frequented GameStop, I couldn't drive myself there. So that tells you something. Ooh, Nautilus shell. Da, 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 da. We got a heart of the sea. Make a conduit. Actually, I don't remember how many you need for that. Making 3. Ooh. Ooh. Because I've never actually made a conduit, but it could be neat to like have stuff down in the river. We could have a conduit. That could be neat. Because again, I think it'd be nice to do things that I've never done in this series. Which again does mean that at some point we're gonna fight a wither. Ooh. What is? Loyalty 3, Aqua Affinity. So we'll need to decide what we want to put that on. Because that is always interesting with the books when it's like they're enchantments that don't go on the same thing, so then you have to decide what you want to use it for. I think maybe after this day of fishing, it might be time to about wrap up. We've gotten a pretty good haul. Been going for a while. I won't make the next Minecraft episode more fishing. I won't put y'all through that, but I'd like to do this again. You can get some nice little treats. And I think it's chill and relaxing. And maybe next time I will prepare a list of topics rather than just talking about whatever, but we get there. Alright, so let's get some of our fishies. Ooh, wait, actually. Let's fishing rods there. bows there for now. Grab those out. Get those going. Fish in there. And maybe I'll kind of scooch the other stuff. Like the other fishing stuff down. Oh, that one's purple. I love that. I love purple. I love purple so much. But we can kind of scooch things on around. I think as is kind of tradition at this point. Oh, actually, let me look at those bows. Ooh. Okay, so power 4, affinity. Can I? They can. So we get power 5. Infinity flame. So I don't think that's gonna. Yeah. That would. But we. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I don't have enough experience for it, but I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be David Bowie. And no one can stop me. It's the little things. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. But no, as has I think become tradition, let us go harvest up our farms as we wrap up for the night. It is almost 11 p.m. and I have work in the morning and I still need to edit, render, and upload this video, so I'll be semi-responsible. I said semi because I feel like getting this done a little bit beforehand would have been considered more responsible, but what can you do? It's been a busy weekend. Got, among other things, an oil change, and vacuumed my house, and did some sewing, went grocery shopping, took Miss Loaf on some WALKs. I have to spell it because she does indeed know that word. And also did some sleeping to recover from the horrors. Because that is just how life is, unfortunately. But I'm almost done with the blouse that I've been working on for a while. That in preference to the sewing. So that's exciting. I finally got the buttonholes and the buttons themselves installed. And I made the bias tape, which was kind of like the edging. And I just need to get that installed, and then it'll be all done. And that will be most exciting, at least for me, because I've been working on it for quite a while. And then we will move on to the next bit. Big fields. There is something so fun about harvesting big fields. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. And then get the sugarcane with its disproportionately loud raking noise. Hi. Excellent. Friendship. What if you could put a saddle on a cow? That'd be fun. Oh wait, I should put a bunch of the seeds into our little composter doodad. Yep. Yep. And then, okay, so plants. Pop that there. We do that. And then, oh, I guess this can go in there. And I go, oh, goodness, we have many. Ooh, this in there. Tools and equipment. Got that. Bowls in there. Ooh. Interesting. I forgot I had that. Yeah. Alrighty. So, thank you for coming along on this little journey with me. It was not much of a journey. We stayed in one place, but you know what I mean. I think it was a nice little chill time. I hope that my rambling was at least mildly entertaining, and I hope that you have had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're having. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!